Welcome back to Recrafted by Carol, and today I'm very excited because we're going to make a no-sew journal in just 3 easy steps. Yep, no sewing involved. Whether you're a seasoned junk journaler or you're just beginning on your journey, then this project's going to be perfect for you. And because we are using things from around your home and your craft room, it's very budget friendly. Okay, so let's dive in to step 1 and go gather our materials. So let's get started making this junk journal. I think you're going to be amazed at how simple and fun this is going to be. To create the pages for your new junk journal, you'll need a variety of pages to make it really interesting. Any type of paper is fair game, and I'm very quickly going to show you the type of paper that I found today. This is my favourite bit, going around and finding all the papers. So no way is this exhaustive. You won't have the same papers. You'll have something completely different. So go forage around your craft room and have a look and see what you can find. I just want to give you a few ideas. Okay, so I've got this notebook and it's just got plain paper in. These are all charity shop finds, so you can take pages from that. This little book that I found, lovely illustrations. It's also got this really cool pink page at the front, which is quite plain on one side. So these old journal notebooks, you could use those. Watercolour paper. Even better if you've been doing some watercolour practice, but I don't do it. But I've got this, pick this bit up. It's only got a few pages left, but it's ideal for putting something a bit different in your journal. Let's move that to the side, it's quite big. Book pages from old books. You can leave them plain. Now, little ones, vary the sizes of your pages. I've painted on these ones, so that's a different thing. And when I put it down, obviously the paint's got stuck because I've done both sides. And you know what? Because I do grungy journals, that's absolutely fine. So painted papers, those pads that you've picked up thinking that they're a really good idea and you'll use them somewhere, now is the time. Out of an old ledger diary, packing paper. So this is just packing paper. You can use this. Paper bags, envelopes, scrapbook paper, cards. This one I haven't even used, so it's like, and this, just little cards that you're probably not going to send. Magazines. I do prefer the non-glossy ones, but if you've got some really good thick quality magazines, they would do lovely. More painted papers. This is gel prints. This is something I made in a previous video where I was just decorating blank pages, and that's wallpaper just on top of plain paper to make it a bit stronger. I've got calendar page. Obviously I've used this before, but I can reuse it. So all those things are what I've just gathered in about half an hour going around my craft room. So for your cover, you're going to need something a bit stronger. So file folder, this one I've been stamping on by the look of it. So, that could be your cover. We will need to put a little spine in, but we'll get to that afterwards. I've got paper bag. You could make a paper bag journal. You could cut the handles off or leave them. That's up to you. There's also the bubble wrap envelopes, and I can't show you it folded, but you know what I mean. I can do it that way because it's got my name and address on the back, and I've only just realised. So that would make a really fluffy cover. Okay, so just use your imagination. Go out and grab some papers. I'll put a little list up here now of all the things that I've used and what you can look for. Step 2, we're going to make signatures out of all these bits of paper that you've gathered. And I've decided I'm going to use my paper bag as my journal cover. It's a bit ripped and a bit battered, but we will sort that out. No problem. Don't worry about anything like that. Doesn't matter if it's ripped. So we need to get our pages to fit in that journal. And what I'm going to do to start with is fold. See, that would be just pretty good size for in there. Can be bigger. Will my paper bag fit? The paper bag may have to be folded like this. And we're just going to put all our signatures in. See, that will fit that way and it'll have some overhang, which is absolutely fine. I've got a page from my magazine. And I'm going to quickly do all the pages that just need folding. Oh, these. And that doesn't need folding. That can be folded. It's this one. Okay, yes, this reminds me what I've got this. So this reminds me of what I'm going to show you to do next, so that you've got your pages already stuck together. So just get a knife or pair of scissors and find the centre of one of your signatures in your book that you want to take apart, like your notebook. Some of them are glued, in which case you can't do this bit. You have to find one that's got sewn together. And you can just take out those 2 pages like that. And there should be 2, 3 or even 4 pages all stuck together like this. And that is what we call a signature, just in case you didn't know. Because I am aiming this at beginners. So all of you who know what a signature is are probably skipping this bit because you've done it all before. All right, I think that's probably too many, so we'll just take some out and they can stay in there till later. I'm still going on folding, so we're just going to finish these off. And I've got this piece that I'm determined to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it. It's really a scrappiest bit of packaging I've got, I think. Maybe I ought to save this one for my junk journal, for my grungy journals. Let's put it in, because, you know, it's fun, isn't it? I told you it's going to be fun. You're going to be amazed what you can use. See, now there you go. Nothing wrong with that. And this bit will be saved because it's going in my junk journals, in my grungy ones. So all we've got left are these little single pages. I mean, we can't fold these. So you need to sort of put them together to make a signature. And all I do is neaten up that edge, because it's going to be very tricky if you don't. And put them together like that. Get yourself an old... Oh, I'm going to use that one, I think. So we'll use one of these painty papers. And it'll probably be fine going that way. Big enough. And just glue it. Now this is where we hope the glue is working. And just pop some glue on both the sides, just like that. Put these 2 together. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a junk journal. We don't aim for perfection in our junk journals. And there you go. You have made 1 page. Now you do have to wait for that to dry. And I've got a little bit of wiggle room because obviously I didn't get it level. So we're going to do that on a couple of pages so that we've got Got some book page in there as well. So now that is, I haven't cut that out very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the outside like this. And I bet I've cut that too small now. Yep, never mind. We'll just cut a bit off like that. I'm not going to worry. No worrying. And I'm going to glue this try and level them up. You may need a spare pair of hands, so you know, see if you've got any helpers about. Or you can just sort of, you know, keep them still by putting something on them. Now you can do both sides if you want. If you don't, if this is very, very fine vintage paper, so it's probably a bit flimsy. So I may do another one on the other side. Now you can decorate these. You can do like wibbly wobbly edges and all sorts. So I've got these scissors, and you can sort of make them a bit different and a bit more interesting by just doing this on your page and then glue it down. So now we get to assemble the signature, and I'm hoping this is going to be one signature, because that's the easiest one for beginners to start at. And all I'm doing is adding all the pages that we've made and popping them together like this, and you're just keeping all the folds in the same place like that and just putting them all together. No rhyme or reason, whatever you think looks good, and you'll still have time to swap these about, because nothing is set in stone. Now that's a map that I gel printed on. Now that's super cool. I like that one. That's a painty paper. Oh, this is getting really chunky. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got a few together here. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's put. What you really want is something quite strong in the middle. So I might put this piece in the middle like this. And don't worry about where they are in your journal. Right, so we just sort of look through. I might add this one into there. I think the secret to a junk journal is adding a lot of variety of pages, a lot of textures. So you've got like crinkly paper, you've got white paper, you've got maps, you've got painted papers, you've got thick card, you've got thin paper, and I think that all goes to help make it really, really interesting. So there we go. Oops, we've missed one. Let's not put it there. Let's put it here, because what I want for my first page is to be able to decorate it. So that is my signature. This will go in, but I can't put it in yet, so it's not really a page. It will be a pocket on a page, maybe in the next video. So all these then go in the journal like that. And that is step 2. So to finish this off, just for finishing off purposes, I'm just going to trim this big excess off. For those of you who watch my channel a lot, you will know that I quite like them like this. If you want yours perfectly straight, then all you do is get yourself a cutting mat of some kind. I've got this little one here, and I would just pop that underneath. Not that I will, because I like my edges like this. Get yourself a metal ruler, or you can use like a guillotine, and you just cut very slowly through all your pages, and that will give you like a really nice finished edge like that. But I'm not going to do that because this is my favourite type. And this will go in your junk journal. And how about that? We are almost done. Step 3 is just to bind those pages in. Now, obviously, this is a no-sew one, and there's quite a few varieties out there of no-sew journals, and I've had a look. And to be honest, they look a bit complicated, even for me. And I'm very much a fan of stitching in my signatures, but I'm not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some elastic. Now I have this big roll of just plain elastic. Now, if you haven't got elastic, okay, don't worry, because I'm there. Do you have some wool? Do you have some thick wool? You can use this, okay? If you have ribbon, string, baker's twine, anything like that, then that will be perfectly fine for the third step. So all I'm going to do is just cut a length. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm just going to cut it. It's going to be long enough. There's no measuring. We don't do measuring. It's too complicated. Pop your string, ribbon, elastic, lace, whatever you're using, round your journal like this, and simply tie in the middle like this. This is where you need your little helper to come back. Oops, I've got that far too tight. You don't want to crinkle all your pages. You can, at this point, make a hole at the top and bottom, which is probably going to be easier, which I might do. But for the purposes of this video, that is your basic junk journal. Your pages are in. They're not going to fall out. Look. Right, so that is it. That is your basic journal in 3 easy steps. And you are ready to go. Now, what I would say is not to use anything too precious, because if this is your first one, you're going to be just playing and having a little, I'm going to change this one as well, having a little mooch about and seeing what you can do. As you can see, I've got reinforcers in my bag for my elastic so that it doesn't crumple up the edges of my bag. And you can do the same if you haven't got a crocodile, which you can put these in, or any sort of tool to do that. You can do it just by poking a hole with a very sharp tool and using hole reinforcers so that it keeps your outside cover stronger than with all the in and outs, if you see what I mean. But that's another option if you haven't got anything to make these holes with. You don't need to do it at all. You can strengthen the edges of your cover as well, just to stop that happening. But for your first junk journal, and a very easy, quick way to make a junk journal, maybe you're in a rush and you just want something to play in, then I think this is perfect. So 3 easy steps to make a journal. And if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to decorate this journal, do let me know in the comments, and I'll pop on and show you some examples of what I'm going to do on the cover, how I'm going to decorate some of the pages, and what I'm going to do with these handles and all this mess at the back. So let me know in the comments what you think. And so I just wanted to show you flip through of some of my latest journals so you could see what direction you could take yours in. Now, this was from a lovely kit by Jovi at Creating with Jovi, and this is all about stitching. So I've got extra pages of stitching. I've added lace and ribbon, got buttons dangling in the middle, got doilies. It's all has a lovely stitching theme. Got some extra cottons. We've got just, I mean, look at this gorgeous kit. And it's a bit grungy because that's how I like my journals. And I cut, this is from the kit as well, and this piece, and they just all goes together so beautifully. How lovely that is. This is just tissue. You can use anything you like in your journals. So I do have a flip through of this journal if you want to have a closer look at all the pages, or if you want to buy it. Just let me know in the comments. That's a lovely soft cover. That was an envelope one. This one, I love this one. My steampunk one. That cover is absolutely brilliant. And I want to do something else like that for my next grungy journal. So just move that up out the way. And, you know, this has got so many little hidden tuck spots and places to journal. Lots of journaling room in here. Lots of special little bits and pieces. I mean, look, little secret writing spaces. I just love this one. So this is something else that you can do. Put all these extra little pockets in. I've got a little folio in here. And another one there. And at the back, more with more ephemera in. And this is a secret little card in there. So that one is really nice. I love that one. This is a travel journal. You know, travel. So you could keep all your memories in here. And this is quite eclectic. It is aimed along the travel theme. But, you know, sometimes you sort of get a bit waylaid. I mean, this is all travel. I think I've stuck quite well to the theme. These are just vintage book pages. Everything is just in these journals. Jovi's is different because that was a design team project. But these ones are just all made from my scraps and stuff I've collected. Scrapbook paper, you know, all sorts of bits and pieces that I've collected. So it's quite possible to make journals like this with junk and ephemera and packaging paper. There you go, packaging paper. That's a piece of that calendar that I'll put in the new one. Scrapbook paper, book pages. It's all in here. I use the same stuff in all my journals, and yet none of them turn out to be the same. Oh, that is a digital. Oh, no, it's not. It's scrapbook paper. But as you can see, there you go. There's just a page of book page. Page of book page. Loads of room for photos and memory keeping. So, and a writing board. I always put a writing board in my chunky journals. So, there we go. Little flip through to show what you can do with your different journals and what themes you can do. Thank you for watching. I do hope that you'll watch this video next, as I think you'll love it. Bye.